that. Like 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 that. I 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 like that.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's going on, young men?
What's happening? What's happening?
Yeah.
Charlie, you can't say hello, boys.
Oh, yes, I can too. Now, why would you do that? As always, hello, boys and ladies, when you get here, viewing audience, it gives us great pleasure to see you post-election. We got a lot of stuff to talk about in Savannah, Georgia. So if you're looking at us in places like, California, New York, or anywhere else you're looking, we want to say hello, and we're going to discuss the outcome of the election. We want you to be a part of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Amen.
okay.
What's going on, Jesus?
Yes, sir. We right here.
He looked like he was looking at some election results or something.
And they still coming in?
What's happening?
Hey. I don't know, man.
Well, we're going to talk about this election, and we're going to talk about
hey, Mama.
We're going to break down all the races. Y'all get a copy of the results, right?
I didn't get a copy of the results. I don't think you sent it to me. I'm kind of antiquated, so.
Oh, okay. Well,
but I got an idea. It's been a lot of shocking things, Joe, and I'll be perfectly honest. I know we're going to discuss it, but the shock is, to me, it's not the mayor race, is that a 7-person race. I've been doing politics close to 45 years. And a person didn't have to go to a runoff. That's an accomplishment. And the votes were spread out among them. But, she got enough. Carol Bell did a 7 race and no runoff. How many people was completely surprised by that? I was.
Yeah, kind of.
Not with 7 people, you'll think, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
I think with her, it was more on her past than that. I think it was more on her past. That's all she was running on, her past.
Yeah, she ran on history. They didn't know who she was. She had name recognition.
Right.
And the people who voted for her the last time, because Keisha ran against and beat her by only, 200 and something votes.
Right.
So I think they really came out and voted for Carol Bell.
Yeah.
But that was the most shocking to me now, out of all the races, really.
Yeah, for some reason they came out. Let's break it down. Let's start in Garden City. We had Bruce Campbell retained his mayorship He had 575 votes to 320 for Gary Monroe.
How many Gary Monroe had, Julius?
320. Yeah, it's a lot of people coming out. They used to have about 600 people in that race. Now they got about 900.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello.
I think
Lucia.
Bruce Campbell. Both of them are from Garden City, but I think Bruce Campbell is sort of a local favorite. You know, they know him from the barber shop. They just know him. He's your everyday guy that they can touch. And for some reason, Gary Monroe is a great guy. I like Gary, but I don't think he come across to the common person like Bruce Campbell does. This is my take, and this is the way I saw, in Garden City.
Yeah. And then we got, go ahead, Jamal.
I was going to say now something that came up in play that is interesting, that when they dealt with the folks over there who did not want to have an industrial area in Garden City, residential area, and Councilman Ricky Lassiter was one of the people intimately involved, and Donna Williams was intimately involved in that. And that was a part of some of the things too, that at least my thoughts at the time, that conversation over there was like saying, hey, listen, the folks say they don't want it to be rezoned. They want it to still be a residential area, that they weren't going to forget about it. And that's how they were looking at it. And that's what some of they projected. So I was surprised about some of this right here. Because again, there's still something out. We can talk about more about us having short-term memory.
Yeah.
But Ricky Lassiter did get reelected again, right? Yeah, he clearly won.
He beat Dietrich Cody, and Madeline Bates Mars went unopposed, so she's back in office. And they had one other seat by somebody, I don't remember the name. They won also. Coming up to Port Wentworth, we had 4 seats open. Sean Randawala, he won, first Indian in Chatham County history to be elected. Mark Stevens went unopposed, and he's back in his seat for 4 years. You got Arlise Cone, she beat Averill.
She's a newcomer, isn't she a newcomer?
Yeah, she's new.
What kind of platform did she run on? Because I was trying to figure out what she was running on. Was she proactive in what was her platform? Because she did win and won pretty handily. What was her platform?
I mean, you're gonna have to look a platform up. She just,
what I'm saying. Give me a couple of sound bites. She was proactive for new construction, or
she just was concerned with how the city is being built out.
Yeah,
and that's one of the things that she liked. That she wanted to. She ran on that, building.
That's what I was asking. Yeah,
smart growth is one of the things that she advocated, was smart growth.
And I think that's what probably took her to victory, because she was very, what's the word I'm looking for? Very what's the word I'm looking for? But she was very aggressive in the way that Port Woman will be developed.
Right now, I'm telling you, people are very sensitive now. People are sensitive. People are tired of the nonsense. If you got somebody that's you can tell a person when they fake. Okay?
Yeah.
If you got somebody just running on purity honesty, you gonna win. You know what I'm saying? It's just run on it and just be honest and let the people know that, hey, this is what I'm running on. This is what I see. This is what I want to do. Okay, and stop all the BSing. And that's Garden City. That's Pooler. Savannah's a whole new different breed, buddy.
Then we had Thomas Barbie. He kept his seat. Although, if you ever want to say every vote counts, that's one of the races that every vote counts.
Oh, yeah.
We had a low voter turnout, and he only ended up winning by 6 votes. And now they have said that they are wanting a recount, which 6 votes, then you're gonna get a recount.
Well, you can look for that.
Yeah, But
Yeah.
that tells you right there, every vote counts. You know,
Yeah.
if it was that close in the Savannah race, it would have been me and Jamal that turned it, because me, Jamal, and Tanya, we took a lot of people to vote. We talked to a lot of people, you know, in that span. So, you know, it's
When
just
you say you talked to them, you talking about when they exit the polling or before they went in the polling?
well, we took a total of 13 people there.
Okay.
And we a lot of people coming out told us, you know, that they had us, but evidently something happened that they
Yeah.
didn't have us the way we thought they would have us.
So
You know?
so they exit polling, you was favored to just clearly win by a nice margin, and evidently the numbers didn't materialize.
Nah,
Yeah.
nah. James
Okay.
says something here that was James saying being defeated is not the end of all ends. It's when you stop trying. Keisha for 2028. Keep your head up and smile. Jesus, good vibes.
I appreciate that. That's very good saying from him. Thank you on that.
Yeah, that's I had to hang up the phone on him though, but anyway.
I think I saw somebody came across the stream. Johannes, a person wanted to ask a question. Was that the candidate in the 4th district?
Yeah, that was the candidate of the 4th district. She said she had questions, and she can give us her questions, or she can call one of us if she wanted to.
Yeah.
We also had out in Pooler, but we got Tybee. They got a new mayor, Mayor West, and he or she won by
It's a he.
A big margin, 952. Closest one was 301.
Right.
And then you got Pooler. Karen Williams is the new mayor. Go ahead, sir.
And Julia Pierce ran for the mayor of Tybee also.
Julia Pierce ran for mayor.
Didn't that make history, Jamal? Because that's the first black person ever ran for mayor of Tybee.
Right, Lisa, right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she had 240 votes.
That is real good considering, you know, the first time out the box in Tybee. I don't think there are no black ran for no position to my knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Jamal, can you back that up? Any blacks?
I can't recall.
Me.
Mm-hmm.
But she did good. She ran a pretty good campaign.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah. So,
then,
you know, that just shows you we all over the county now.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Jill.
Then we got out in Pooler, Karen Williams won, mayor of Pooler. And then, you know, Pooler have that all the candidates for city council, they run together. And you get to vote 6 times. So you can vote for the top 6 people who you feel you want to put in office.
And so it's all at large, like all the whole seat, the whole the whole Pooler.
I believe it is. It is. It has to be.
Because they don't have districts.
Right. So everybody is a council person for the whole city. And I like that I kind of like that. Then the top, top 6 people go in.
Oh, I got you.
So they had 6 people that went in, but they had a special election for one, so they had to pick the top 5, I believe, and then that person in the special election, and then the top 5, I believe. But Tom Hutchins, I think they got 2 black council people now, 3. First time.
Oh wow! Before that was the first one. Tom
Hutchison was the first one. I think they got a sister on there now, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember her name. I believe she's still on. Did she win, Jamal?
Oh,
I'm not sure. I haven't looked with regards to them. Mm-hmm.
And then I think that Carpenter guy, I think he's black, if I'm not mistaken.
I think, you know what that show, that the growth of Pooler with the black population out there have grown, and that's what took place from the time Tom won, and now what we looking at. It's so remarkable that they are leaving Savannah, moving to places like Pooler and Port Wentworth.
But
Yeah.
look at it. They got 17,000 votes out there, Bernard. And guess how many we had? 20, 21 or 22.
About 22,000.
Yeah.
So and that's Pula now. Ain't near the size of Savannah. They got 17,000 people voting. And Savannah only had 22,000.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Right.
But
I
don't
Great Bernard.
I've been, you know what? I'm like this. I've been stopped getting hula, having a parade, first black this and black that and black that. I already tell y'all what looked like us ain't for us, so I don't get excited about it no more. I don't get excited about it no more. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
You know,
you're right.
Hey, look at Savannah, Georgia. All of them look like us, and what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's get her question before we take a commercial break.
Okay, what's her question?
So is the gerrymandering? It's the gerrymandering for me. I know there's new pop-up precincts where 540 votes were collected for District 4 in 5 other districts. The technique is used to protect incumbents. Is that right? When did that? I didn't know that. You know anything about that?
Yeah, they did. I can answer that. They did redrawing the district, and because parts of the 4th is now near Paradise Park out there, across Montgomery Cross Road. She absolutely right. It wasn't a lot of talk about it, but the district did shift, and the reason was to keep certain people in play. She got a point there. She did her homework on that. Go ahead, Jamal.
And that's one of the reasons why Tony Thomas discussed that they did that with him, because he was looking at running for the seat that he had previously held,
right.
Put words in his mouth, but then he was like, but they did that. If I'm correct what he's saying, he said they did that as one of the ways to politically control him, but stop him from doing seeking that seat again.
Okay. Well, she is looking at it, and they need to look into that. If it's some sort of gerrymandering, the Supreme Court has been kicking those gerrymandering redistricting, kicking them out. I mean, they've been turning them down, telling them they have to redraw the districts.
Yeah,
they've been reversing them. So,
I would say something you said I found pretty interesting. I didn't realize that. I don't know if our viewing audience heard exactly what you said. Savannah, about 22,000 people came out to vote. In Pula, you said 17,000. And I'm saying Chatham County, not Chatham County, but I think Savannah, if I'm not mistaken, got about 95,000 registered voters. Is that about right? Isn't it about 95,000?
I thought it was more than that.
I know Chatham County is about almost 150. The whole county is about 150. But the city of Savannah is about, do anybody know right off? I know it's close to from 85 to 95,000 registered voters in the city of Savannah. Can somebody in the viewing audience and look it up?
In the city? Yeah, it might be about that. I'm thinking county.
Yeah, well, county, if I'm not mistaken, it's about 150 registered voters in county, 150,000 in the county.
Hey, you can have 1 million registered voter. If they ain't going to vote, it really don't matter.
Well, that's what we're saying, Bernard. That's exactly, you're right. That's what I'm saying. You're right. Yeah. They're not going out to vote because you compare the size of Pula and Savannah, and we had only 22,000, roughly 22,000, and Pula is a small community outside of Savannah, has 17,000.
Yeah.
No. Go ahead, Brian.
Let me ask y'all a question, because somebody asked me this question. Mm-hmm. So let me ask this question to y'all. Okay. They say, y'all, telling us to go vote, just go vote, right? Y'all pounding our head to go vote. So the young lady said, okay, if y'all want us to go vote, give us a reason to go vote. Because if we go vote, they still ain't doing nothing for us. Why we should go vote when they still ain't doing anything for us? So why should we go out there and go vote? I'm not going to tell you what I told her. I'm asking the question that she said, and it was she, he, on and on. Give us the reason to go vote. Why we going to get out of our bed and go vote and knowing that ain't nothing going to happen to benefit us? Go ahead, G.
Because that's stupid for them to even say something like that. Your life is changed by voting. That anybody look at what Brian Kemp has done, saying that you can carry weapons, your life changes by voting. If somebody goes to school here in the state of Georgia, your life is changed by voting. For you to say something like that, that's a person right there who ain't even got a clue, and they're trying to make an excuse about not voting. And right now, if you have voted, I'll say this for Keisha Gibson Carter, that you will not have a concern, and that she probably, I'll say this, she probably ain't going to be living in Savannah long if she lives in Savannah. Because you look at what's going on with SCAD. Everybody knows what's happening with SCAD. And so anybody, if you had asked, I'll say this, I'll say something to them, say, if you were concerned about SCAD, then that's a reason for you to vote. If you're concerned about your property taxes, that's a reason to vote. If you're concerned about crime in the city, that's a reason to vote. If somebody's dying, that's a reason to vote. You got reasons to vote that you trying to make excuses, and I'm not saying you be. I'm saying that person. What I'm telling you making a god doggone excuse on not doing. And so now because somebody comes at you, because that's what happened. That's not just. And I'm saying this. She's no different than the politicians. You elect politicians who are going to do your work, but by not even voting, then you put the people in positions who don't do nothing for us. By you not voting, she may have gone and voted, but I'm just saying, the way she's projecting it is like, so guess what? By you not voting, then you allow those people to get in that position right there. All the people who we had running, the people that were running, did not get into office because you had a whole bunch of other people who did not choose to vote. Just like the numbers that y'all gave about Pula, 17,000. Savannah, not even that. That is absolutely disrespectful and tragic and sad and stupid. And then guess what? When you're no longer in this city or even in this county, then you're going to turn around and say, God, dog, I should have voted. And that's too late because some of us going to say, we told you stupid behind to go and vote. So again, every time we don't go and vote, we allow these people who are oppressors to us to not go and impact us. And it is shameful.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
The reason why I ain't gonna tell y'all what I say to her because we'll get put off tonight. So
When I ask you not to do that because we trying to stay on the air.
Yeah. That's why I throw it out there to y'all. Y'all mouth more pleasant than my mouth.
Well,
we're gonna.
Bernard, but when what you spill is what a lot of us want to say and do. You do it. I'll be honest with you. I just be biting myself because I try not to. But I go along with you on that, and I go along with what Jamal say. You got to vote, and it's sad, and that's why I did the comparison. And people listening, Pula is a small community, and they voted 17,000. We only voted 22 out of possibly 95,000 voters. Come on, what's happening to you? You causing it to yourself. He just stated it to you.
All right. Yeah. Let's go to a commercial, and then we'll be back, and we're going to go through these topics and try not to prolong anybody. Welcome, Uncle Sean. We're glad you fixed your technical difficulties. Waiting on Robert to come in to give me a little help so I can help my neighbor. But y'all, we'll be right back in 1 minute and then we'll go into these. We'll break down the Savannah races and then give short commentaries on the other subjects that's out here. All right. We are back. We ain't gonna labor y'all long. In the mayor's race, we had y'all got your stats right there in front of you. We had we're gonna go to the mayor's race first, and that was Van Johnson. He had 16,773 votes, and Keisha Gibson Carter had 4,256 votes. And we can't understand that number for certain reasons because it don't jive with if they voted for Alicia, how they didn't
Correct.
vote for Keisha. So that's something that we have to figure out and fix that disconnect and fix the broken chain. So anybody got anything on that real quick? But because we got about
Yeah, I got it real quick on
9.
that. I was under the impression they didn't run as a slate, but we know they ran together. They went to events together and did things together. And I thought, in my opinion, I thought the same vote Alicia Blakely was gonna get, Keisha was gonna get a ride on the coattail. Evidently, you had an individual that go in the poll and the vote and voted for Van and voted for Alethea, didn't vote for Keisha. Because you look at the amount of votes she got versus what Keisha got, that's what took place. And I talked to several people this morning and yesterday. They say what happened, they didn't feel like Keisha Gibson Carter passed the true street character Aletha Blakely was, and she was perpetrating and trying to be. That's their opinion. I felt completely different, but again, that's what took place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, Brian.
This what happened. And you might well keep it real. This what happened. They was afraid of Keisha. And yeah, they let Alicia in, but they was afraid of Keisha because Keisha was running for mayor. Okay, when you get the brown paper bag, you ain't gonna give it to the person who running in the first, second, third, whatever district. You gonna give it to the man, the mayor. Okay, that 16,000 vote that he got, I guarantee you, it wasn't really all 16,000 of the black folks. Okay,
No.
It was. I guarantee you, one of the big contributors was scared, and these ones who coming in there bidding for these contracts. Okay. And they tell their mama, their daddy, and their brother and all that. Let's just keep all this shit real. Okay? They brought him. He brought an election. He brought it because Keisha did what she had to do, class act, and they're afraid of her. This country is afraid of a strong black woman. Period. And if they had a strong black woman vice president running for the president of the United States, it'd be the same thing. What you do is you take Keisha out and you put the little Missy back in because he's just a puppet for them. And that's why he's a puppet for them. They didn't want Keisha. She was too, let's make a change for everybody in Savannah. She was too much, let's make a change for everybody. They voted for him. Let's make a change for us and leave the black community out. That's what's going on. Let's keep this shit real.
Go ahead, Jamal.
Let me say, B, I wholeheartedly agree with you that what happened, and I've shared this with people and said that black women are misogynistic also. People like to say that men are misogynistic, but guess what? Black women also are. I should say, excuse me, women are in general. No, there are some women who are misogynistic also, just like some men are misogynistic. And my connection, but some women are also misogynistic, like some men are, and that for them, they have issues when they see a woman who is independent, who's not docile, who is going to have their opinions and their thoughts, and so then we want to feel safe because we feel that this man should be treated a certain way. If that man is disrespectful and this woman stands up for her rights as a woman, nothing wrong. I respect that. I like strong and independent women because guess what? They are the ones that can lead the way for us. But instead, we feel threatened by them and afraid of them because they are independent. And so some of us fell along with them. Again, and this is another stupid group right here to justify and rationalize the ways for them not to vote for a black woman. Because I'll let you know, there's a meme that's out there that says this right here. They say, when will a day occur that black women will be like white women? Because white women vote for the family. Black women do not vote for the family. This is the meme. I didn't come up with it. And that person, what they're throwing out there, they say, you see Caucasian women who will go, and I shared this with y'all, they will go and vote against their own best interests with regards to the vote for these Republicans who coming at them with regards to their voting rights, with regards to also their bodies. But they go along because that's their brother, that's their son, that's their husband. They go along with it. But black women here, they then don't want to support another black woman who is basically speaking up for them, who understands them better than this black man. So it is, and again, that's that stupidity. But then we try to justify and rationalize, and all what it is, I'm gonna tell you, it is self-hatred. I don't care. They got a PhD, they got $1 million. I'm like, yo, them jokers still got self-hatred issues. Ain't nothing changed.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I wanna just
You're right.
Sean, before I let you if you want to say anything, I know it's you might have been in tune with Savannah, but you know what's going on. The thing that surprised me, and it still is that Keisha should have had at least 10,000 votes as well. This is what I'm saying, because they ran together. We know I was out there with them. And I think the viewing audience who know about the race, and I was surprised how they rationalized not to vote for her and vote. That's what bothered me. Sean, go ahead, and you got something to kick in before we go?
From what I see, I'm going to invest in bricks. Cause y'all going to have 4 more years of the same crap that y'all had before. I'm going to invest in bricks because they're going to finish they did $20 million on Broughton Street. I can expect, what's the name of that road, Abercorn? They're probably going to brick up Abercorn next. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's sad, man. It's sad. But
the builders going to take over completely. They putting buildings on every corner, every space. We're not benefiting from it at all. It's zero. I'm saying, who toting water? I've been around 45 years, and the reason I keep emphasizing the importance of that is that I can't remember running for statewide office, running for nothing. No politician have raised roughly $780,000. And I'm going to get on that in a minute. And he used the term, all of it didn't come from big businesses. It came from small people. I'm not buying that.
Oh, no, you can look at the disclosures and tell that didn't happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, he tell us anything he wants to.
Well, let's look at these other races real quick, and so we can go through these 10 questions, and then we can everybody don't have to answer the 10 questions, but if you got something to say about it, then you can. But we had Cara Bell coming back to city council, and she beat Rashida Edwards and 2 other candidates, well, a couple of more candidates, but she
matter of fact, 7, Julius. It was 7 in the race.
Yeah, she had 10,700 votes, and Rashida was the closest with 3,577. Alicia Miller Blakely repeated. She beat Pat Rossiter from by about 650 votes,
688.
660 votes.
Oh,
and then you got Bernetta Lanier. She went unopposed. And you got Dietrich Leggett in a 3-person race, and he beat them. He had 2,100. Closest person to him was 451, which the shocker was Linda Wilder Bryan. I thought showed that it would be a runoff in 2 or 3 of these races, but it wasn't a runoff in none. And that was the shocker. Linda Wilder Bryan had 2,090 votes. Closest one to her was Todd Rose with 789. District 4, you got Nick Palumbo. He had 3,800. You had Sister Johannes that's on here watching now with 537. She was the closest to him. You got Shabazz in District 5 beat Dr. Bryant 1946 to 901. And then in District 6, you got Purdy, Curtis Purdy. He had 2382. Closest one to him was a person I've never seen and couldn't identify if she came up and slapped me. Her name was Lisa Jackson Lockhart. I've never seen her at none of the debates or anything. And she polled second out in that district. Mike McCain had 515. So let's talk about these things. And the questions are already in there so y'all can talk about different things concerning these races.
Surprised to me was two races extremely surprising to me.
We're going to get to that one. That's not the surprise.
No, what are you talking about?
We got 10 questions. That's one of the questions. You're surprised. That's not, we're not on that one yet.
No, okay, well, I'm trying to say Carol Bell won out of 6 other people. I was not looking for that. And Linda Wilder Brand winning out of, I think, 3 people in her race. It was 4 of them, combined. That was totally, I was looking for a runoff in both of them.
Yeah.
And I did not get that runoff, and I was surprised.
All right. Well, we're going to go to the questions. Did anybody see the mayor's speech yesterday? And did anybody see it the day before yesterday?
Nah, I didn't see it.
Okay, because we want to know whether he always talked about dignity, decorum, and grace and respect, but did he show any in his speech last night? He talked about everybody and called some people some bottom feeders on the night before. He called people bottom feeders. It was not any dignity shown, and the mayor is darn right rude at times and does things in a way that he wants people to think that he's doing good and everybody else is doing bad. I told y'all you just got to listen and open your eyes. But anybody, did anybody see it? I could tell you if nobody saw it, that's what happened. He gave a speech, his victory speech, and he was critical of everybody. Then he showed his one of his campaign people, which was Dave Simon, who he had since 2003. 20 years he had this man running and helping him win elections, and and this is a slap in our face. This is this should be a slap in the Democrats' face for having him on a national campaign with a Republican person. That don't happen. You don't do that. You don't cross party lines like that. But Van does it every day, and they let him get away with it.
Right.
Nobody says anything about it.
I think it was so sad that he took and disrespect Savannah. He did it, and he said, I will be here for 24 years because I got 4 more. I'm going to bring out a Republican. He simply said, the guy, Dave Simon, is a Republican, but he liked me and had him up there. He introduced his mama first, and then Monticello second, and then Dave Simon, to let people know he was very petty about a lot of stuff, and he already won the race. He annihilated her. All he had to do is say, the voters have spoken, and what I'm saying, we need to go ahead and bury the hatchet and do what we need to do to move this city frontward. But he didn't want to do that. He was very petty about everything. One other thing I noticed, that maybe no one came over and shook the person's hand and conceded and said, congratulations. Dr. Rossiter did come to Alethea Blakely and told her, and hug her, whatever, and congratulate her. Others did not do them. Maybe they don't know about that particular decorum, but maybe it started at the top. What Van did and the way he did it sort of set a tone. Jamal, your hand up.
Right. I was going to say that for me, I personally don't have an issue with them not shaking their hands, because when you are evil and the evil stuff that was done. I tell people, well, I just back up and let y'all understand. Some of that chicken and biscuit, handkerchief head, scratch where you don't itch, Negro mentality, and try to guide it, and try to cover up and saying that it's tied to Christianity. It ain't tied to no Christianity. It's tied to you don't respect your humanity. When people do you wrong, you don't go over them. And I'm not saying you, Charlie. I'm just throwing that out there to members of the audience.
General.
I ain't got to go shake your hand when I know you done foul. I'm going to look at you and tell you, Negro or Caucasian or Buckra or, Asian or Latino, you tried to play me. And you think I'm going to respect you like that? I'm not, I'm looking at you in your face. I have no respect for the evil that you did, because it was some evil stuff that no matter how they try, that's what I was saying. They try to talk about dignity and decorum, but you got hypocrisy going on when you go and talk about people who are disabled. You talk about you allowing people about them not having licenses. You do all this right here to get a position. I'm like saying, I don't have no respect for none of that right there. And then you all intentionally lie. Like I said, I don't believe in the name calling stuff, but I'm just looking at the facts and looking at it straight with regard to that's disrespectful. And like, I ain't gonna let you disrespect me and act like I'm gonna forgive you about that. Get the hell out my face with that.
Thank you, Jamal.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to input?
Hey, you go ahead, Sean, because what I got to say is gonna piggyback. You go say what you got to say. I'll go last.
Today, I was thinking about, back during the Civil War with Abraham Lincoln, you know what I'm saying, how he had to heal the country after the Civil War and everything, how he had to make a speech to bring the country together, and I guarantee you that speech was basically more for the losers than for the winners. You know what I'm saying? Like to tell them, you got to let the losers know, hey, I'm your government now, and I'm still there for you. I hear your concerns through your votes. I hear your concern through your votes. I see your concern through your votes. And even though you didn't vote for me, I'm still going to take on the issues that were, presented.
Correct.
That I almost lost the race because of.
Correct. He did not do that.
He did not do that.
Petty. He was
Even Joe
petty.
Biden did that. Even Joe Biden did that. Joe Biden did that when he came back to the country. He didn't give a speech to us. He gave a speech to everybody that stormed the Capitol. Hey guys, it's not going to be that bad. Trust me.
I'm going to let Bernard go, but I just want to say he was very petty, and you're absolutely right. He should have just said, we need to move Savannah forward, but he don't respect you. He do not respect you. He wanted to bring Dave Simon and flaunt him in the front of your face and say nothing you can do about it, and let him know he's a Republican. And he said he liked me. Go ahead, Bernard.
Okay, all that was nice. All that was nice. Let me tell y'all something. All that was nice. I don't care. The word is coming out my mouth, about to come out my mouth, is the word of my mouth, Bernard Brown, and not our black media. Okay, I am so tired of this political correct BS that this town is used to. Okay, number one, he was disrespectful. Number two, he's a gutless man. This between me and him is personal. I have never seen a black man, well, he ain't black, a man disrespect our community the way he disrespecting our community, and he worse than Clarence Thomas, because people with Clarence Thomas, he was gone when he was doing all this stuff. This man is flat out Broadway telling y'all, I don't care about your community. I don't care about the people in Savannah, Georgia. And it don't even have to do with our community. I don't like this man. And the reason why I'm going back to Savannah is because I don't want to get in trouble. Because this man is gutless. This man he ain't no man. This Miss Van Johnson telling y'all right now how he is. He from the North. He from New York City. That's what they do. They try to manipulate you. They know how to do the system. They know how to work the system. They know how to play on your intelligence. and these so-called Negroes down here in Savannah, Georgia, let him do it. I am so upset with this town right now. I am so upset, man. I thought y'all had better sense than what y'all have now. At the end of the day, this man don't care. And for you to break, I don't care was a Democrat or Republican. I don't get in all that. All I say, right is right and wrong is wrong. And Miss Van Johnson, your day is coming. What you doing in the closet, my mama always say, what you do in the dark will come to light. You's a gutless young man, and I don't like you.
Woo. I want to thank you so
Dr.
much
Tanya
for
Howard
that
Hall said that
commentary.
ethics complaints filed against Keisha with the support of the press, replaying it over the airways excessively, was ingrained in the minds of the constituents, and they
Yes.
never forgave her. And the press played a big part in how they framed the narrative for us. And we cannot let these people continue to frame the narrative. Go ahead, Jamal.
And right, because that's why, and I've shared with folks, that's the same thing with done with Yusuf Shabazz, with Yusuf and Yusuf County Commissioner. That's again, like, and each time I have people say, we don't absolve our politicians who we know. We don't absolve any of the behaviors that we think that might not be correct. But that's what they did. They went after Yusuf. And then again, the same thing. What did Black people do? Black people often sat on the side, didn't say anything, did not express their thoughts, and Yusuf. So then you go and through, and I share with y'all about Deanie Frazier. So see, they have this precedent that's in place. But what we gonna do, we buy into what they're saying, and we don't go and stand up. And that goes to show you how unintelligent we are here in this city. I'm talking about Black folks right now, how intelligent that, because intelligent people gonna look at it like I said, Yusuf is my brother. Some things, do I approve of everything Yusuf does? No, that's incorrect. Do he approve of everything I do? No, that's incorrect. But guess what? We're still brothers. Keisha, my sister. Do I approve of everything Keisha does? No, because that's still my sister. Saying she won't approve of everything I do, and that is fine. But then we don't beat it down constantly. But what they were doing to us, and here go the Black community collectively, we don't hold these people accountable. When Purdy called her a Black ghetto bee, the Black community should have been up in arms about that and should never let that slide. Just like the same thing, how people didn't forgive Keisha about because the ethics stuff. Guess what? Purdy should have never been forgiven about that. That should have never been forgotten. And for Van to allow that to happen, and for him not to go and admonish, I'm talking about publicly admonish. So I'm gonna throw something out to y'all, because one of my adopted mamas, who's Muslim, and she said this to me when I said we gotta do such and so and so, and she's like, yeah, she said, you know what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to take action and make it public. That again, that's why when I do what I do, when I say what I say, when I put it out there, I ain't supposed to be hiding around with regard to stand against injustice. That's that foolishness. That's that weak Negro, captive Negro mentality right there that gotta end. It gotta die. And guess what? It ain't about no old people, young people, or middle-aged people. It's a group of people who are down with that. So young people, don't be going to say it's not you and your ancestors. Hell, some of your ancestors would have killed some folks. Just put it out there. Right. But some of us, we so stupid that we listen to this media that ain't down for us. And so that's why our Black media got to step up. I know that's one thing we'll be talking about. Got to step up to the plate right now. And we got to seize this opportunity.
Jamal, what's interesting, go ahead. Well, what's interesting is what you were stating, but what's interesting, if we don't like each other, we will hold that grudge to the very end. And the newspaper can say something, we jump right on it and believe them. I don't like Jewish for a particular reason, and I'm going to hold that, and I'm not going back to the poll and vote for Jewish because I don't like him. And the newspaper poison you, and you want to listen to that garbage, but they're trying to destroy you too.
Yeah. But you know what? I'm gonna say this here. You got to stop being political correct with these people here. You got to stop allowing them. What I always say, I've been saying it for 3 years. Stop allowing people to treat us all kind of way. What look like us ain't for us. Okay? We got people out there right now suffering. We got people out there begging. Like I said, I've been here 11 months, and it's just a disgrace to say that I'm from Savannah, Georgia. The way these people just sit back and constantly let people saying what they're doing to them. Okay? and I want to go back what Sean has said. I understand what you're saying, but I don't. But let me tell you right now, Keisha, Alicia, and Bernetta had opened a lot of people's eyes on what's going down at City Hall. Because you sure opened my eyes on what's going down, and I did my research. Trust me, just because these devils going back down there at City Hall in 2024, trust me, it ain't gonna be the same. We should be, every time they have their meeting, we should be there. Every time, let them know. We need to stop letting them treat us all kind of way. And one more thing is this here. Keisha is a class act. She's a class act. And when you're a class act black woman, you're going to get people throwing stuff at you at the end of the day. And you know what? In Savannah, Georgia, you know what the fight is against? Y'all fighting each other. These white folks ain't even sitting around. These white folks having a good time at their dinner table, or looking on TV, looking at us, fighting each other, talking about each other. There's more blacks down in City Hall than anything. Okay? These white, man, like I told him, man, these white folks in Savannah doing just fine. Okay? Yeah. They doing just fine. They looking at that little punk, and that's what he is. Doing all the things that he's doing. And this is my last thing. And let me say this here. I ain't trying to threaten nobody. So don't take it the wrong way. Pewdie, it won't happen again. It won't happen again on my record. Call somebody out again.
All right, we'll be right back after commercial.
Jew, I like that. That's new. I like it.
Hey, last thing, Jewish, y'all, because it's on my.
Oh, go ahead, Bernard. Go ahead.
Last thing. Let me say this here. Somebody asked me, say, Bernard, what you was the enforcer for Savannah? I said, no, I ain't enforcer for Savannah, but I'm gonna say what I got to say. And one thing I'm not gonna do is all the ones down there who ain't no dresses, because all of them down there wearing dresses. I'm not gonna allow them continue, man. They treat our people the way they treat them, man. Come on, man. We need to stand up.
You know, one of the, that's true, but you know, one of the things that she was ostracized about, she used to ask questions on city council to the city manager, say, why is that money being spent? And Van used to interrupt her a lot. You have to look at city council meetings and see she questioned them over and over about different things. And when you poke the bear, they're going to get grumpy. And that's what they was getting grumpy at her about. Go ahead, Julie. What's next?
Well, we just got a few questions. We ran across all the topics. We're trying to just break it all down and give the people an analysis of what it is. We just want people to know that if you don't vote, you don't count. And a lot of people didn't vote. And we're not going anywhere. Our Black media, our role will still be here for the coming years of what we'll be doing. We're going to keep holding people accountable as much as we can. And that's what it's all about. Bernard, I think, who was it that just touched on it? Who's celebrating? The celebrating is being done by those people who funded his campaign. And the persons that are going to be hurt are those people that will be moved out, gentrified, can't pay their rent because the rent is going up. Somebody the other day called and say their rent going up from $900 to $1,300. That's $400. Where's the person going to get $400 extra dollars a month from? What's it,
Yeah,
bro?
you're right. And what they need to do is, I'm telling you right now, in that second district, the Attorney General in Washington, D.C. need to come and investigate that because Levitt had committed a felony crime. He do not stay in the second district. He committed a felony crime and he should be put in jail right now. And he know he's don't stay in the second district. That's a crime. That's a felony. And for them to allow, for Miss Van them to allow that to happen, see, one problem with me is, man, y'all don't be scared to call him out. Yeah. Don't be scared to call it what it is. He committed a crime yesterday. He do not stay in the second. He committed a crime, and they are in their picture laughing and joking. Dude, he committed a crime. It's a felony to do that. And if trust me, one call, that's all.
The problem with me is that they know it, and I'm sure that the mayor knows it. I'm sure that Linda knows it. A lot of them know that Dietrich doesn't live there,
they know it.
And they are fine with it. So it's all right for them to break the law, but nobody else should.
Yeah, but I guarantee you, in the morning, I'll make that call.
Jew, that's pretty interesting. Thank you, Ms. Murray. Ms. Murray said yesterday it was in that particular precinct, it was 1,949 people registered to vote, only 250. Look at that. That could have been a paradigm shift right there if they'd have come out and vote.
Yeah. Well, it should be mandatory like in Iran or where that was, where Gaddafi was, Libya. I think you had to vote.
In England.
You had to vote. You could not vote. You had to vote.
And in some country, if you don't vote, you go to jail.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's how it was when Gaddafi was in power in Libya. You had to vote. But anyway,
Callan Bell. I'm gonna say this, then I'm gonna let y'all go, man. I want to roll.
Oh no! Hey. You're rolling, brother.
Man, this was building up. This was building up all day. Callan Bell, a message to you. You haven't did anything when you was in the first term. So what? And I asked you this question when we went to the debate. You living on your past. What? You haven't did anything. When I left here, you still wasn't doing nothing. I come back, you out of office. Now all of a sudden you back in office. Come on, y'all, people, wake up. She ain't gonna do nothing. She gonna be right there. Oh well, I'm gonna make a change. You ain't gonna do nothing. You're gonna be doing the same thing. Van and Nick and Levitt and Linda
and Purdy
and Pewdy. All of y'all gonna get together. The Denver team, Alicia and Bernetta down there. But let me tell you something right now. Listen here, y'all young lady. I got y'all back. It ain't gonna happen that way. Because Levitt may not even do his turn if the Fed come get it knocking on his door in the 3rd district.
Julius, please get him, but he on a roll tonight. Take those skates from him. Them skates he got on, he's skating all over the place.
Man. Any advice for the candidates that lost?
We love you.
Go ahead, Jamal. You can take it.
Go ahead, Jamal.
Stick to it. If you want to be a servant of the people, you stick to it. You don't let them be thwarted because now I'll just give you an example. Bernetta, Dietrich, Linda, Alicia, when they first ran, they lost also, but they came back. And so I say stick to it. That's why if that's what you truly want to be about, stick to it and also put your message out there. Put your message out. Let it be known. Let your message be known that, again, that's what you're doing. Put your message out there so people automatically know what you're about and see you and view you as a champion. And then also get your people out to vote. That's what it comes down to. You have to get your people, even overall there's no motivation. You make sure you get your people because that's what they did. They got their people out to vote. That's why Jews had said earlier today that it was a mandate. I said, ain't no mandate. Only thing they did, they got their people out to vote. That was it. Evil
Yeah,
ain't
no, but
got
what
no.
I was saying was that they're gonna think it's a mandate.
Oh yeah, but evil. I'm
Yeah.
not saying evil ain't got no mandate. The people got the mandate.
Yeah, you're right. But if you pay somebody, if you pay somebody $250 to go vote, I'm gonna go vote too.
Right.
They pay to go vote, $250 go vote. Then you having 25,000 to Stacy, Adam, and then you having 25,000 to Keisha, and then you get another one 25,000. Come on now.
My advice to the persons who lost the race is that stay involved, stay in touch, and encourage people to say the reason why we in this position, enough of you didn't come out and vote. Just stay in touch, stay involved in the community. If you love this city, you need to try to take it back. And that's what Keisha wanted to do. Savannah is no longer Savannah. It's a group of people running Savannah. You can't go to City Hall now like in the past and after the meeting getting ready to come to an end. Jamal know this and some others might know this. You used to could get on there and speak on a matter for about 2 or 3 minutes. You can't do that no more. They took all that away. Go ahead.
No, Charlie, just to say that he was what some people, I gotta say, you know, how outrageous and how crazy this is. I've been able, me personally, I'm talking about Jamal Turay.
Right.
I've been able to get on the agenda for city council. How it used to be, I could send an email to the city manager and say, I want to discuss such and such and so and so and so and so. City manager say, all right, we can do it. They say, 16th, because of this council meeting. Then they say, oh no, wait a minute, we got to do all this right here. Or then what happened, then it was like later on, if I don't send it to the city manager, I can then send it to the mayor. I can email the mayor and say,
I remember.
Hey, I want to get on the agenda to discuss this right here. Bam. And I'm on the agenda. They say, all right, come right here. And so Eddie tweaked it. So the city manager then said, hey, listen, we want the mayor need to know also. Because that's what, so Ed, that's what happened to Eddie. But then, now Charlie, I tell people this, and I never share it with y'all. I saw there was a change that occurred when Rob Hernandez is now city manager. Because what happens, you know, before you go inside, you can open the door, walk inside, bam. You go right there, you go right in. And so some of the people that Rob Hernandez began putting in these positions there at City Hall, I'm going up there for a meeting. And so I go into this one office. I was like, hey, I said, is the meeting going to be in here? She said to me, she said, how you got in here? I looked at her I'm like, I came through the gate. So
I love the story you telling.
Yeah, so I then told some people about it, and I told some elected officials. They was like, what? I said, yeah. I said, he's not trying to create this situation. And so now what happened, I go to city council, to go to City Hall for another meeting. I pull on the door. I'm like, the door to City Hall is locked. I'm like, wait a minute, it's locked. I'm like, wait a minute, it's locked. I'm like, is it open? Is something going on? And then security comes and open the door. I'm looking like, wait a minute. They got the door to City Hall locked?
That's correct.
So evolution. So here it go. I'm saying I could get on the agenda for city council meeting by merely sending an email. Bam, I'm there. Send it to the city manager and send it to the secretary or the administrative assistant for the mayor. That's what happened. Then later on, send it to the city manager and the mayor. And now we are shut down. Oh, that's why I'm saying people talk about that.
And and you're absolutely right, because I can remember you going down to city council, getting on, and now not only you can't get on now, you got to get approved in a workshop by 5 people. And these 5 people vote every single time with the mayor. Every single time. They have never voted against him. That is unheard. Before you can get anything on the agenda, he have taken your city away from you. You can't just go to City Hall and get in anymore. And they might put it on covert. They might put it on terrorists. but it's a way they're keeping you out. They are running your city, and you allow them to do this. I call him Slick Willie. That's what I call Van. He is smooth, and I got to compliment him. He's the best I've seen. He picked my pocket, and I didn't even realize he was picking it. So you guys, we got a hot mess for 4 years, and the reason he don't respect you, he brought the Republican out, say he like you, because guess what? He ain't got to run again. He done stayed in there almost 25 years. It'll be 25 years. That's 1/4 of 100. So he don't care. He don't respect you, and me. Please.
Yeah. Hey, he ain't smooth. He ain't smooth. He a damn fool. He ain't smooth.
Bernard, I can appreciate you, brother. When I see you, I'm going to buy you a big old chocolate milk, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, seriously.
But
I want to say
with the agenda. I guess we just got general discussion.
Yeah.
Jamal, Bernard, you want to say something?
I want to tell all my people, every last one of them, y'all ran a good race. Y'all did a great job. You put 100. I'm proud of y'all. I'm gonna continue to stick by y'all. You didn't get it this time. Go again the next 4 years and try again. At the end of the day, money is the root of all evil.
Yeah.
When you got an evil person like Van taking evil money, this is what you get, an evil person for 4 more years. But I'm going to tell you right now, it won't be a smooth 4 years. As long as God keep me on this earth, it won't be a full smooth year. Trust me on that. I cannot let these people down. We cannot let these people down. Me and Jamal were talking this all day. We cannot let these folks down that don't have a voice or too scared to say something. At the end of the day, we got to protect them and we got to show them.
What's interesting is that we hadn't discussed this particular race, and I'm glad it's a race with Alethea Blakely and Pat Rossiter. He was endorsed by 3 mayors. Surprised me completely at the flyers out there. Otis Johnson, which I know him, I respect him. I was just surprised. Edna Jackson endorsed Pat Rossiter. And Eddie DeLoach endorsed Pat Rossiter over Alethea Blakely. Now, this man had been nothing but an educator for 39 years. He didn't dip and dab in politics, and Alethea Blakely already sit in the seat for 4 years, so she got some experience. He have no experience. What give them the right to endorse? But the people sent a message to them saying, you might have endorsed him, but we went out and voted for Alethea Blakely. Still, I'm glad she went back in her seat. That was wrong because he had no experience, but yet they endorsed him saying, you'll be better than her, but he never was in politics like that. How can he be better? He can't. That was wrong. And I was very upset about that.
Yeah. Well, he already told y'all at that last debate when I asked him, okay, you ain't got no experience, so who give you the right to, like, we're going to get rid of Alicia for you? I know, to be honest, I went to sleep and I thought it was either she lost or I thought it was close, and I didn't know. I went to sleep after that because I was mad. But the people on that, they showed you a message right there that, trust me, I think it was more. It's about a black and white thing with her race. It was. Let's tell it like it is. The black folks were not. I don't care how much money you gave him. They were not gonna let Alicia lead that office over that white man. Trust me. And that's what happened.
You say something. You say something at the. It was that Hungry Phone thing. You say this. You say, what make you think you be better than Alicia? And he say, I'll do a good job. And you say to him, she's already doing a good job. Why would we want to put you in? Which was a legit question. You shut him down. I mean, he have no experience. Educator, yes, he was 39 years. But how can you get some of your top leaders to say, I'm endorsing this man over an incumbent? That's
Yeah.
not right.
But
Hey,
shouldn't that speak volumes on what the position of Edna and Otis is now? That they don't have the clout that they thought they had because they couldn't take this guy across the line.
Otis
Jamal?
need to go home with his. Otis need to go. He
Sean, you had your hand up.
Now, I don't want to mess up the flow of the conversation because I still wanted to answer the last question that was at hand, which was, what do I tell in my opinion, the winners, the real winners? And there are even more winners if they run next year. But the campaign starts today. You have to show the people today that, hey, I'm not a loser. I'm just letting y'all know my name. I ran so y'all can hear and know my name. So next time, y'all familiar with my voice. You know what I'm saying? It's I'm okay. I'm introducing myself. Y'all didn't vote for me, but you know my name. Now, when you hear me at the council meetings, when you hear me at the on the radio, when you hear me on the television, you know my name. Oh, that's that guy that ran, that we didn't vote for. Why we didn't vote for him? Because we don't know him.
Got your
He
name.
just showed up at the end. He showed up at the end. They showed up when hey, who wants to be mayor? Who wants to be a year before you want to be mayor? That's when you show up. I'm not going to vote for that person. I'm going to vote for the person that I know been sitting there, that been trying to make the change, but without the, you know what I'm saying, voting at hand.
Name recognition.
Exactly.
Go, Jamal.
Well, I'm gonna go back to something that, with regards to when I share with y'all about, I keep saying my concern is that democracy is ended in Savannah. That's what has gone on this administration. They ended democracy. And just to share with you, under Mayor Floyd Adams, I was able to contact his office, get on the agenda. Under Otis Johnson, under both his administration, I was able to contact his office, get on the agenda, contact the city manager both times, do it, contact Edna Jackson's office, get on the agenda. Eddie Deloach, contact the city manager, and Eddie, get on the agenda. It is frightening that today we're not able to do that when we should be better. We should be better, and we are not better. And
Right.
that
And
people try to justify and rationalize it. That's absolutely wrong. If we've seen under other black mayors and a Caucasian mayor, it was like that. Why are we changing right now?
Right.
It's supposed to be better, making it more sensitive to the citizens. And with regards to all this right here, we're looking at with regards to Alicia. Alicia belongs to the people, and that's what she understands.
That's correct.
Other people, and that when you have politicians who think that they're better than the people, that's a problem, and that's what's going on. And Rochester, they put him in there to try to still continue their pathway of not being responsible to the people.
Correct. Yeah. And Piccolo image used to get on the agenda and speak. That would dare happen now.
Yeah.
Because Van say it's not dignity for him to get up to speak. Yeah. And that's not right. Bernard's take it because you're on a roll. I'm gonna take them skates from you. You got a good pair of skates. I don't know where you come from.
I know it. But let me tell you, when I first got here, right? And that's the last thing I need to agree with him. So me and him was texting back and forth. We kept trying to get a meeting. Right. I talked to his secretary. He said, yeah, you can come on board and you can come down here and we can meet with him. And he'll say, okay, we'll meet together and we'll talk about certain things. So basically what I was doing is I was hearing a lot of stuff on the left, but I wanted to hear from him on the right. And so the more I got to hear it, the more I got to know this guy, the more I got it, the more I declined the meeting. I'm not going to go in a meeting with somebody fake. I'm not going to turn my back against anybody at the end of the day. And me and Jules had this conversation and I brought it up to him And I'm gonna keep it real, Jude. And this is what you told me. You said Van done got you. That's what he said. That would do it. Van done got you. I said, let me tell you something. Ain't nobody got me. Trust me. I'm listening to this and I'm listening to that. God got me and I got the truth at the end of the day. So the bottom line is this. Van put who he put who he want to put on that platform to come talk to him. Believe me. I won't be invited no more, but I ain't got to be invited. All I got to do is come through the door. That's a public place. You hey, what? And the bodyguards, trust me, when I'm saying this, and I'm gonna let y'all talk. The same bodyguards that is guarding him is gonna be the same bodyguards gonna walk him out to jail when they do the audit and find out what's going on down in Savannah, Georgia.
Thank you. Listen, I'm gonna make this announcement. If you're a veteran, Friday is Veterans Day. I am a veteran. I know Sean a veteran. So I want to say happy Veteran Day to all veterans. And remember, on Friday, a lot of places, Olive Garden and other places got meals for the veteran. Get your proper ID and show it. It's a PSA, public service announcement. Dunkin' Donuts and the donut place will give you some coffee and donuts. So happy veteran to all the veterans. Want to say happy Veteran Day to you, Sean.
You too.
And thank you so much. The rest of you guys, if you was in the Boy Scout, they don't have nothing special for you, but congratulations if you were in the Boy Scout. I don't know if y'all guys was in the Boy Scout, but Sean and I was in the Army. So happy Veteran Day to all the veterans.
Nah, I ain't gonna be in the Boy Scout. You know that scandal with the Boy Scout and the preachers,
Oh, I didn't meant to go to the Boy Scout. I should have go to another group.
All right. Do we have any more? Because we're gonna make this a short program today. We've done been on an hour and a half. It's just the road forward is where we need to go, and we got to let people know that we're going to be here, and we're going to be challenging everything out of the city hall that isn't right, and we're going to be waking the people up. So history will be recorded to let people know that we put them on notice, and we did tell you that it was happening, it did happening, and y'all have been fooled. So we just got to be able to do that, stay the course, and continue to do what we've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else got anything in our closing before we go?
And I want to make an announcement. I know
I've
I've been on the
road. About to get married.
No. I ain't gonna never get married. Me and my wife promised us whoever left first and can't mess that check up. No, I'm sorry. I ain't gonna never get married. But I want to make an announcement, and I made this announcement at the Hungry Club last week, and I let them know. In 2028, I will be running for mayor of Savannah, Georgia. I will be letting Skag do some taxes. I will let everybody who want to come on the platform come. It ain't gonna take 5 votes. I will make sure the drainage problem in Savannah, Georgia gets straightened out. Okay. I will give you, if you're a first-time owner, I will give you $10,000 towards your first house for first-time owners. I will not have another hotel built in Savannah, Georgia again because you got too many. If you vote for Brown, you vote for me, and I guarantee you in 2028, you're going to be okay.
Right.
Before I let you go, I'm not trying to be what that funny word, devil advocate. Where the funds gonna come from for the $10,000 you're gonna give to first time home?
Hey, I got friends, just like Van called his friends up and those people send that money. I got friends.
I got you. I got
friends. The government do it. The government give them first time owner money. They just don't give it to the black folk. White folks, Chinese folks, all of them get it. Matter of fact,
you got my vote. You got my vote already. You can count my vote in. So you got your vote and my vote. So that's 2 at the start. Congratulations.
Hey, I got plenty vote. Trust me. I got plenty.
Sean?
Campaigning for the next 4 years starts today.
Yep.
It's like Bernard saying we're gonna run. Bernard, we're gonna run. I said
We're
we.
gonna run.
When I say we, I'm behind you, bro. I'm behind you. We gonna run. You gonna run. We gonna do this. Starting today.
Yeah. And Ike James Brown is my campaign manager. Ike James Brown, secondary to Jules, third to Jamal, and fourth to Charlie Brown.
Wow. Wow.
And I know I gotta vote for Jamal.
Wow.
And I ain't gonna have no bodyguard to protect me because I don't need none.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you have to put that on that budget.
Hey, only thing Miss Van need to be protected is his mouth. Trust me, for lying so much. Yeah.
All right.
Stay out of Central Park. Oh, shit.
All right. Anybody else got anything before we go?
Well, all I
Jamal?
want to say is that it's getting late and supper's on the table, so I'm planning to go home and eat me a nice supper.
All right, Jamal.
Our Black media will need to create a show that's going to focus on commentary, and give it to the short, concise, and that our Black media having a show, and that our Black media moving to another level where people are going to look at it on the same level or above MSNBC, so people not getting that information and the information that they can use and carry with them, and they got power behind them.
Jewish and I we'll look at something and consider something like that, but we have to go in the meeting and see how it will affect it.
Listen, that's my intellectual property. You not gonna do that, political overseer. Doug, you ain't about to do that, political overseer. No, stop. I put it out there, y'all. I put it. See, guess what? It's mine. Everybody look at the show. I was chilling. See that? What's up?
We were talking about Eric. Calm down.
You cannot give Black people information. They'll try to steal your stuff.
In the show.
Jamal's a senior vice president. Jamal's a senior vice president, Charlie.
I understand that, but we still need to review it and talk about it. I don't care if he was
Jamal, I got that show.
Double senior vice president.
He taking the $5 from me.
Well,
nobody. My last thing before we go.
What got him started, bro? Take your skates and put them in the closet.
My last thing before we go, people. Before we go, my last thing is this. I gave a challenge to any preacher that wanted to come and tell me one good thing that Van Johnson had done in the last 4 years. They telling me it don't matter now because he done won. Well, I'm telling you, the offer is still on that I put $100 in your church coffers. I know it ain't nothing because you matter of fact, we might increase it to $1,000. Come tell me one good thing that he's done that's tangible that we can show that is being worked in the Black community right now. Nothing. I want to know where this 26 million or 100, it started out with 26 million and now it's 100 and something million for people to do something with their houses in Savannah. I want to see that. I don't know where that's at. Never heard of it. All these people without houses, all these people without places to stay, and you telling that lie and everybody supposed to believe it. I don't know. The man is the mayor for the next 4 years. So we're going to extend an olive branch to say, okay, those things you talked about that you were doing so great in the Black community, let us see them coming to fruition now because we can't see them. So let us see it happen now. And then we can only work from here. The people have spoken. You, the mayor, let's see you do something in these areas. If not, then everybody need to say the emperor's clothes are off because he's not wearing any clothes. We got to be able to say that.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's my last word. And
one more thing, Julia.
Go ahead, Charlie.
All night long. All night long.
Ain't happening no way. Jamal said the only thing you did all night was come on that corner and make sure that they was holding them signs when he was. That was it.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Good fellas.
We good.
All right. We appreciate y'all. Good night.
Good night.
Love you all.
Love y'all. Y'all be good.
All right. Thanks, Sean.
Okay.
I like this. 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 I like this.